Okay, I didn't realize I was mute. But as I was saying, um, I can't wait to get this to level 60, but it's the last 2 levels is gonna take a while to get because I need to do 3 or 4 dungeon runs each for each level, and it takes a while. The Revenger Z, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but thank you so much for the follow. Okay, everybody skip this first thing. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so it takes about 3 to 4 dungeon run each, but because the it takes forever to get a party for the dungeon run, it's gonna be such a pain in the butt. XP as well, like the I have not done a lot PvP. When PvP first came out, I did play some PvP. Like this is my I consider this my second character. So this is my second character because right now I'm unable to pay for the subscription for my my main account. So this right here is a free-to-play account that I created to play. But it's been a while. It's been a while since I've done PvP, and so I know I suck right now. Rap 4, thank you so much for coming, for stopping by. Really appreciate it. I'll be having a good day. It's been a while since I've done PvP, and honestly, I know that I'm gonna suck. I'm gonna suck a lot if I go do PvP now. But I'll probably give it a try. I'll probably give it a try after this one and see. But I know for a fact that I'm gonna suck ass basically. The scenario roulette, alliance raid roulette. Okay. I have the only time I really do the main scenario roulette or the raid roulette is on a max level character. Yeah, level 60, 70. Oh, damn, where'd I go? I haven't really done them on the leveling, so I didn't know that they gave XP. But I knew that if you do the roulette gave you XP, but I didn't know it was like so much XP, the most XP, because I always thought that doing a dungeon would give the most XP. Yeah, this account that I'm playing on is a free-to-play account, so I'm limited to level 70, and I'm limited to a lot of things I can't use the market, I can't trade, I can't add friends, I can't whisper to people. Daily red usually net 2 levels. Well, that depends on what level you are, because at level 58 that I am right now, it'll probably give me half XP bar. It wouldn't give me a full XP bar. Alright, sorry about that. I have to mute it for a second. But at the level that I'm at right now, it'll probably give me half of the XP bar. It will only go up halfway. So it all depends. It all depends on the level that you're on. Like if you're low level, then yeah, you might just get that. I don't know why that's that. The volume. So the audio volume, I always have it on halfway because I am playing through the main scenario. I'm just trying to get those last 2 levels for Samurai, but I am playing through the main scenario quests, so I just have it up so that people can actually hear the dialogue. But every time I go into a dungeon, for some reason it's always loud, even though the audio is only halfway up, and you know the actual volume, the actual mic volume is all the way up. Not sure why. I think it's because it could probably be because I have the game music, the skill effects and stuff like that. Probably still have those high up in game in the settings. Yeah, it could be because of that. But I usually keep those at that point, at that that particular volume, so that way even when I lower the audio, it should be fine. But a few times people have said that it still sounds more louder than the mic, or it could be just because my I have a really crappy mic, because the mic that I'm using is a mic that is part of the camera. It is part of the camera, so the distance of the camera away from me is the distance that the mic is also. And it could be that's why it always the in-game volume is always louder than me, because I try not to shout, because I don't want to disturb anybody else, so I try not to make it talk too loud, because I can be a bit loud. Ooh. Oof, excuse me. I ain't eat nothing for the day, and I'm burping a lot. I don't know why. So whenever whenever there's like no talk and anything like that. Don't really like the free trial limitation. It's kind of too many. Yeah, I agree with you. But it's not really anything I can do about that right now. Um, I I gotta put up with it because right now I'm unable to pay for the subscription on my main account. Um, I am, I'm currently looking for work, but I'm not really getting anything right now. So I'm unable to actually pay for my subscription. So that's why I created a free account, and I am playing through the free account. But I'm actually um, kind of glad that I am playing through the free account because normally, come on, dude, what's taking? Really? Because normally I don't play, I don't do the new game plus. So because I don't play new game plus, I never replay through the game, the story. But I am kind of glad that I did start a new game, a new character, a new game, so that I can replay through the beginning of the story because it allows me to replay all of the Realm Reborn stuff and actually, let me see all of the changes that happened since they added the Realm Reborn quests for newer players and stuff. And it's really interesting because a lot of quests that I do agree was, a bit annoying or a bit too long or like didn't really it could have you could have gone without those particular quests have been removed. So it's come on. So it allows me to see all of the changes that they happen, especially with a lot of the fights in the game, in the main scenario. Certain fights that were supposed to be team-based fights end up becoming single-player fights. And with it being single-player fights, you actually have to play through the fights long enough in order to fight it, in order to beat them. And because when you play through those fights back in the day, and you had to play with the whole party, the fight lasts for like maybe a minute, and it doesn't shuffle through all of the enemy skills. You don't see like the enemy's rotation and stuff like that. But playing through single player, playing it as a single player, you see through all of the throughout their all of their all of their skills, all of the stuff that all of the dialogues and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. I enjoyed the long, not really long fights, but how long it took to fight. Like it was like maybe a 5 minute, 10 minute fight in order to beat it in solo mode. But except for the giant dragon fight that you have to play through on the Ishgardian bridge. I forget the name of the fight, but the fight that you have to fight that giant dragon crossing the bridge, and it's going through all of these barriers and stuff like that. That one, I felt like it could have still been multiplayer fights, but the single player fight was okay. But I still enjoyed the multiplayer fight because with the multiplayer fight, there was like certain towers had like javelins. I think that's what they call javelin. They had like javelins that you can climb on top of, and used in order to hit the dragon once it reached certain points. I really enjoyed those particular little things, but they were removed because in the single player. But yeah, those are things that I feel like could have stayed. Damn, that wasn't even a half bar. That was like maybe 30% bar. So I gotta do 2 more in order to get 59, and then I have to run 4 more after 59 in order to get 60. But yeah, so I have to do about 6 more dungeon runs. Let me give this PvP a try and see how much XP it'll give. I'm gonna suck at it. I'm gonna be real, I'm gonna be shit at this. I know for a fact. But we'll see. So we're at we're about the middle point of the 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth 0. So let's see what's gonna happen. Oh, you know what? I don't have. Okay, so I need to go to Wolf's Den because I do not. Where's Wolf's Den? Where the heck? Oh. The frontline roulettes. Oh, is it not? Okay, that sucks. So I don't think I have the front lines on this, so I can't do front lines then. That sucks. Say I have to stick with the roulettes, and I don't know how much XP this is gonna give. Let's give it a try and see. Hopefully this will give me at least it's usually 50%. Okay, let's give it a try and see. Because I feel like the last time I tried it didn't give a lot, because I also know that the high level dungeon roulette also doesn't give a lot as well. Yeah, that would be good, but my only problem with the main scenario roulettes is how long it takes. You gotta sit there and watch the cutscenes. You can't skip it. That's the only thing I don't like about the main scenario roulette. But hopefully it will give me some good XP, because like I said, it's at the 4th 0, at the center of the 4th 0. I feel like that's too bright. Oh, you know, it might just be my glasses, the shades that I'm wearing. Yeah, I see it. Alright. Waiting 30 minutes for a single dungeon run. Q is like, yeah, it sucks how long it takes. But it also allows me to do some stuff that I want to get done, because I have not done my scratch tickets for the day, so I can hop over there, do the scratch tickets. I'm hoping to make to get up to 500,000 Golden. Wait, what is GSP or GMP? Hold on, I don't remember what it's called, but I'm trying to get to 500,000 so I can get the little angel wings that they have for sale. Oh right, so I have this I have this game downloaded on my external hard drive because I don't have enough room on my main hard drive. So loading is gonna take a while. I always have slow loading time, so that's gonna be a constant thing. But my main account, the one that I can't pay for the subscription right now. That main account, it's on my main hard drive, and it pretty much takes up all of my hard drive space. But it's on the main hard drive, so it runs much smoother. But at the same time, my PC is an old PC, so it is, it is a slow PC. There's a lot of games that I wish I could play, but I can't play it because my PC is unable to handle it. It lags like freaking crazy. So I am limited to certain specific games that I can play at the moment, and certain games that I cannot play. Oh, dang it. Why is 3 all the way over here? Let's go with this. Okay, we'll do the next two after this this little alliance raid run. I am so what is the percentage? I'd say, damn, I don't even know. I'd say maybe at 60%. It's at 60%, or maybe 55% right now. But I'm hoping it gives me enough to get the level, because I want to hit level 60 on this character, because not character on this class, because the only level 60 class that I have is Summoner and Scholar, but those are linked together, so they level up together. So that's the only level 60 I have, and I want to get a 60 DPS. I want to have that level 60 DPS class. So I'm hoping I can get there to do some, like, if I don't want to, well, Summoner is a DPS, but I mean like close range DPS instead of a magical DPS. Because sometimes I want to get into the whole mess and whip some ass, some physical ass, instead of standing behind and just hitting magical spells. It's fun. It's just that at this particular level, the rotation for Summoner, it's not the best. Like, once I get to 70 and I can actually summon Bahamut, I feel like that's when it'll be a little bit more entertaining. Because after I use the worm something transcend, what, I don't remember what it's called, but after using the worm skill, then I have the Ifrit, Shiva, and Titan skill. No, not Shiva. Ifrit, Garuda, and Titan skill, and then I always have like a few seconds before I can actually use the worm dragon thing again. Because that time is probably usually used for the Phoenix. But yeah, it's I want to say downtime is not that great. Okay, so red. I'm in the red. So I need to be in white the next round, the next time it does it. Okay, so red. I gotta remember it in red. I don't know why it keeps untargeting. I rarely have downtime on Summoner. It's usually like 1-2 runes long. Ah. Oh, somebody's dead already. I think it's around the same. I think at level 70, well, not less 70, but because it's at 65, but at this current level that I'm at, oh, wait. At this current level that I'm at with Summoner, it's about 2 to 3 rune, spells that I have to do it before it actually resets as well. But I'm with once you're like level whatever level it is that you can summon Phoenix, there's no downtime on the summon skills that you can use. I think it's been 8 months since I played my main account, so I don't remember the time, but I feel like there's no downtime. What is this person doing running around the place? Come on, Tang. You gotta keep your ass one spot. Okay. Jeez. Where's... No, there it is. I don't need any of these because I have stronger levels, but the glam would be good. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. I like that, but it can only be used on monk and summoner, so... I mean samurai, so that's a no. No. Yeah. Oof. Oh, I'm hoping that it doesn't take too long to get level 60, because I wanna head back and finish up the main scenario, so that way I can because right now, as you can see from the title that I have, I'm on the 3.5 of the main scenario. I'm on the 3.5 on the main scenario, and I have only about 9 quests left until I finish off all of Heavenward's post Dragon Lord story. So that means I'll be headed, after those 9 quests, I'll be heading into Stormblood, and Stormblood is is also where I'm gonna be done with the free trial. I'm not looking forward to it, because until I can find work, once I finish up the mains, the Heavenward story, not Heavenward, Bloodstorm story on this free trial, I'm pretty much got nothing else to do, um, except for like daily stuff. So I am going to pretty much be. Oh wait, is it on me? Yeah, I think it's on me. So I will pretty much have nothing else to do after that. But I'm hoping that I can get work soon. So before I actually reach the end of Stormblood. Okay. Woo! No, get move. Okay, I almost got hit there. Booyah! Booyah, the shot! It's so funny. I don't get a lot of like I rarely get people who come into the stream that chat, who just chat with me. That when I do actually chat for a while, my throat starts to feel dry and start to feel like sore, which is crazy. And the thing is, I do actually like to have somebody on the stream to talk to, because most of the time when I don't have somebody to talk to, I'm just quiet playing through the game. I'll have the mic mute while I'm listening to like recaps, novel recaps and stuff like that. Like before you came into the stream, I was listening to a Chinese novel that they translated into English, and I'll just be quiet playing through the game, listening to that. I'm checking out the side to see, checking out the am I on 8? Checking out the side of my OBS to see if anybody hopped in, if anybody's chatting, stuff like that. Oh no, shit. Oh, come on. That's crazy. Oh, come on. Nice, nice.
Our people simply can't compete. I understand now. I will participate. Lin Chen suddenly made a decision. The two exchanged smiles and nodded in surprise. With you on board, we can rest easy. With your strength, I believe winning first place won't be a problem. Chen Chenglong patted Lin Chen's shoulder. His eyes filled with gratitude. Weeks later, Lin Chen boarded the flew abroad with Commander Chen Chen. Plane. There were 4 other contestants from Washington, all over 20 years old. Lin Chen was the youngest, drawing the attention of the 4.
Starting to feel a bit hungry. Like grab something to eat after this this raid.
On the battleship, Lin Chen thought this was a battle concerning the martial arts. People would be paying attention. Little did he know, just as he closed his eyes to rest, he received a call from his parents. Xiao Feng, you participate in that martial artist competition. You know, Lin Chen was his father, Lin Dong, said,
yeah, don't forget to eat. Yeah. I need to like ease up on how much I'm eating, because I don't drink beer, but I am starting to develop a beer belly because I'm eating so much. So I do gotta ease up on how much I eat and what I'm eating and stuff. But I'm at the point. Well, my hunger is at the point that I feel like if I don't yeah, I understand that. I understand. That's how it started. That's how it started. Like, because I used to about I want to say about 8 months ago, I used to smoke weed heavily. I was a heavy smoker back then. 8 months ago. What are these people doing? What the heck are these people doing? Yo, come on, people. Oh my gosh. These people are annoying. Okay. This sucks. So yeah, I used to be a heavy smoker back in about a little over 8 months ago. So I used to not eat a lot, because when I smoke, most people get the munchies when they smoke. When I smoke, I lose my appetite. And so ever since I stopped smoking, out of boredom, I would be snacking on stuff and be getting something to eat and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of why I put on. That's why I've developed a beer belly. Even though it's not a beer belly, but I am put on some chubby around the front side of my stomach. Well, I would say just the front side. I've got some love handles on the sides as well. But yeah, I'm trying to do something about that. Like, I'm trying to low down as much as I eat. I'm also trying to walk for like 30 minutes each day. I wish I'd get a belly full. Wait, what the heck? Come on, move. I wish I'd get a belly. For me, I got that big love handle. I get wider on the sides, not front. So yeah, I'm I get a little bit of love handles on the side, but most of it is concentrated on my stomach. I think the reason why it's more concentrated on the stomach is because I 90% of the times I sleep on my stomach, so I'm guessing that's probably why it's concentrated in the front, and also because I would, before I would sleep, as soon as I finish eat something, like I wouldn't I wouldn't wait a couple hours to digest and stuff like that. I'd just go straight to sleep once it's late, when it's late. And I'm guessing that's kind of why it concentrated on my stomach. But yeah, I'm trying to do a little bit of walking and stuff like that on the treadmill every day for 30 minutes to try and get some of that weight down. Ooh. 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 Okay, some of these are already there. Also, I think I gotta stop going to sleep so late. I am right now. Because usually I go to sleep around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Now and then I'll be up until freaking 4 o'clock. But I feel like I gotta stop doing that. Stop going to sleep so late. Every time I do this fight, I always get bad memories, cringy memories of when when the game first released and we first did this raid fight. I always get cringy memories of back then. I always come back. New. Okay, what do we got? Okay, it looks okay. That looks okay, but pass, and pass. Oof. Okay. Okay, let's do this real quick. Bam bam. Okay, so yep, guys, so we go try and get the yep, nice noise. Come on, give me a 10,000. Yes, beautiful. MGP. So yeah, I have nowhere near 500,000, but I hope to get it soon, because I really want to get I really want to get these little wings right here. Cloud of darkness. Oh, nice! It leveled me up. Sweet. Okay, so I'd say maybe That's like maybe 40% XP. Gave me about 40% XP. So okay, or maybe 50, seeing as how you got this little extra right here. So with that, yeah, so that's about 50. Okay, so um it'll probably be a pain in the butt to sit there and watch do the cutscenes, but I'll probably do this as well. But give me a couple minutes. I am going to go grab something to eat. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Well, it all depends on if I have to make something or if there's already something there to munch on. We'll see. So give me 5 minutes. Let's say between 5 minutes. Uh, Ultima is the worst one you could get there. Basically a little XP. Yeah, I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Give me gonna put my mic on mute. But I'll be right back. Okay, so I am making some instant noodles right now. Uh, it'll take a couple of minutes for the water to start to boil. So while the water is boiling, oof, um, let's see if let's see if there's any events happening right now. Golden saucer events, and then once, hopefully, it won't take more than 3 minutes. Um, leave. Oof, that takes more than 3 minutes, and it's 1:40. Okay, okay. So yeah. Wait. Today's Saturday, right? Today's Saturday. So I gotta wait for 10 o'clock tonight for this lottery. For where's the, yeah, right here. For that, I know I'm not gonna win anything, but I'm hoping. I am hoping. Okay, I need to get another book, but that's it for this week. Let's go over. Let's go over here, and I'll probably chill right here while I'm doing the roulette and the dungeons and stuff like that to try and level up. So that way, once I hit level 6, wait. So I have this here. So this will be 110. What? I know that I'm gonna get some artifact armor at 60 once someone hits 60. From the level 60 story quest. But I wonder if what item level it's gonna be. Is it gonna be higher than 210, or is it gonna be lower than 210? Because depending on what it is, I might want to use. No, I don't want to use this. I want to use the Alexander. There we go. Because with the Alexander, wrong one. With the Alexander, it'd be 250, and I have a bunch of them that I need to get rid of. Bunch of these, so I'm able to get one of each. So I'm able to get a head piece, body piece, hand piece, leg piece, foot piece, and then some of these rings and some of these accessories. There you go, accessories. But I could only get one accessory. No, wait. No, I have 6. I can get all 6. But yeah, really, I'll have to see. I might have to glamour a lot of this stuff as well, like the level 60 gear for samurai. I might have to glamour that, because depending on how cool it looks, I'll probably glamour it. Because I like when my samurai actually looks like a samurai. But I do wish I could access the market though, so I can actually get some of glam stuff from the market, because there's a bunch of really cool glamour pieces that are in the market that I cannot get otherwise. That I have on my main account, and I absolutely love those glamour pieces, and I wish I can get them on this character, but that sucks that I can't. Oh, you know what? Okay, I already did all of this stuff here. Okay. Well, except for these side quests, but the quests that unlock stuff, I already done all of those. I have to do this as well. I need to complete this artifact armor as well. This quest, but it takes so long because I have to run through all of these quests right here, all of these dungeon runs, in order to get it. And I probably won't continue it. I just want to get one of these glowy, like, glamour just for glam. One of these glowy weapon with some of the effects on it, just so I can use it for glam. Because I'm unable to access the market, so I cannot get any of the really cool glamour weapons on there. And the thing is, and the part that sucks is I can't trade. It's not like I can give somebody the gil and have them purchase it for me, which sucks. Anywho, okay, I'll be right back. Give me a minute. I'm gonna go check up on the soup. I mean the noodles, not soup, noodles. I'm not sure. So I'm not sure if noodles are considered soup. That was just a slip of the tongue earlier. I just accidentally said soup. But this is the the instant noodle, not instant noodles. Well, yeah, instant noodles. Woo, that's hot. Oh. So I'm not sure if I can consider it soup. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can get let's see if we can, how long it's gonna take for this main scenario roulette, and try and get hit level 60 so I can start the main scenario again and complete those 9 quests that I have left of the main scenario. I'm not looking forward to it, because I know Papalymo is going to die during one of these 9 quests, and I am not looking forward to it. if I could, I would love to get a like a plushie, like not a small one, like a good nice size plushie, maybe like honestly I don't know measurements, but you know, one that's a good enough size that I can actually, when you know, playing the game, I can sit here, have the plushie on my lap, and play the game. And whenever I'm feeling sad about it, or like a sad moment or something like that, I can just hug onto the plushie and just, you know, cuddle with the plushie. And the plushie I would want is a Papalymo plushie. Maybe a Hoshafont plushie. I don't know. Like I do miss Oshafont. Um, I did, you know, I did love Oshafont, but I don't know if I'll be like really cuddle. I would like cuddle that plushie as much as I would a Staru plushie or a Papalymo plushie. I don't know if I'll cuddle it as much as I would with those two. But yeah, Papalymo, Tataru, I would love to get a plushie of them and just cuddle it. Just to, you know, cuddle it and stuff. Like, I don't even, like, I have a plushie here, but it's more of like, hold on 1 second. Okay, so I have a plushie here. I think it's supposed to be like a Bobo T plushie. I'm not 100% sure. You got the straw up here. You got the little bubbles or whatever it's supposed to be called. I actually use this as a pillow because I don't have I don't really use a lot of pillows. Because like I said, I lay on my stomach most of the time, so you know, I don't really use a pillow. But you know, whenever I do lay on my back or my sides, I like to use this plushie as a pillow. But ooh, you know what? This is actually the perfect size. I would love to have a Papalymo or a Tataru plushie the same size as this. This is actually perfect size. Yeah. But yeah, I would. So you know, I would use it. I'll probably use them as pillow as well. But yeah, every time I think about the Papalymo's death, oh my gosh, I would love to have a plushie to just hug on it and cuddle with it while I think, you know, remember about Papalymo's passing. Because out of, you know, I did love Moonbreeder, I did love Oshafont, but you know, I loved Minfilia, but out of all of them, Papalymo, that's, you know, I really cared about Papalymo more. I cared about his death more than all of the others, although you know, all of their deaths did make me tear up. Papalymo really hit me hard because on my main account, when I first started playing Final Fantasy, when it first released, around when it first came out, I got it on day one. I actually got the early access. I played the early access. The Garuda was actually my home nation, and Papalymo and Yida was the first people from the Scions that I met. So you know, because it took like a year and a half, almost 2 years for, you know, the first expansion to come out, the next expansion, like all of the expansions to come out. There was a lot more time that I spent with Papalymo and Yida, so that's why, you know, Papalymo's death hit me more than, you know, the other people's death, which is I'm not looking forward to it again.
styles.
Ugh, my hand feels dry. Need lotion.
The 5 representatives from Huaxia entered the competition phase, and at that moment, before minutes rested in, Officer's uniform approached, greeting Chen Zhenlong. Officer Chen, why didn't your partner come with you this year? Are you afraid of facing 10 consecutive defeats? He was the officer of the Western Alliance team. Chen Zhenlong chuckled lightly. Don't worry, we're here to win the championship this year. Last, the Huaxia team is indeed. Daydreaming, the African Alliance. Make sure you don't get your wish. Just then, a dark-skinned officer approached, clearly the officer of the African Alliance team. Both the African and Western Alliances were strong in the past. They might not be able to
You got
close.
pretty. Yeah. Yeah. This I would usually get this about 90% of the times I would get this instead of the other one. Also, I don't really watch all the deaths in the game since I want to get to my friends. Okay, so you came in later afterwards. Okay, nah, but I'm telling you, man, like rushing through the main story, it really does detach you from a lot of the emotional stuff that does happen in the story. So I feel like, taking your time with the story to really play through the story, check out all of the lore that it does. When certain things happen, it does hit more. But cause like I said, I started playing on day one. I started playing the early access and stuff like that on day one when it first came out. So I had like a good year and a half, with the lore, with the characters, with all of this stuff. So when they actually did pass away, it really does affect you more, instead of just like coming into the game later on and replaying the game and going through all of the expansion in just a couple of weeks instead of a couple of years. Yeah, I wish I had a friend that played this game though, because none of my friends, real life friends, I'm not talking about friends that I make on the game, but people outside the game, that I can see face to face and stuff like that. None of them, played this game or play a lot of the same games that I play. So a lot of the times, I'm just playing, these MMO games all by myself. But I wish I had a friend, who played the game as well, which would have been probably been really good.
Taking Xinjiang seriously. Who will win is still uncertain. Xinjiang smiled slightly, and Lin Chen and the others felt a surge of righteous indignation. It seemed that people from all over were quite envious of Huaxia's martial arts, all wanting to suppress them. How infuriating. If it were in the past, Lin Chen wouldn't have known what the situation was like abroad, but now it seemed that the competition among martial artists was also very fierce, especially when it rose to the national level. The sense of honor and responsibility grew stronger, while a few of them were suddenly exchanging barbs. Another officer dressed in the attire of the Asian Alliance arrived. Several officers from the Asian Alliance were relatively polite, greeting Chen Zhenlong. Hello, Officer Chen. Long time no see. Chen Zhenlong nodded, and after chatting for a while, the officer from the Asian Alliance suddenly said, Officer Chen, Huaxia is no longer the Huaxia of the past. The martial arts situation has changed. If you don't join our Asian Alliance, it will be hard for you to.
I feel like I wanted to hiccup
What basis do you say that?
just now.
Chen Zhenlong scoffed. In terms of territory and martial arts experts, our Huaxia's land area is comparable to the
I don't know why, but that sneaker just now, that sneakers that the person was wearing, the tag, that looks cool.
Huaxia's Super Martial Arts School in Thunder. martial arts school occupy the top 2 spots.
I don't know if they're gonna show the angle again where you can see the sneakers of. Yeah, there we go. That sneakers look pretty cool. Like I had some pretty cool shoe glamour as well on my main character, but this is one I did not have.
This year, while Washia has stagnated for 10 years. This time, we are all striving for first place in the assessment. You know, we won't hold back.
Or probably is one.
Results
These sneakers are PvP. Yeah, definitely didn't have them then. Because the last time I played PvP on my main account was during A Realm Reborn. No. So I don't remember which patch was the last patch. Which I don't remember which one was the last one that I played PvP. But I do remember this armor set that I have for my machinist was a glamour set that I got from PvP. I could pull up a picture of it, but I don't remember the name of the series, the name of the gear series. But that was the last time that I played PvP, was because I wanted to get the glam. I wanted to get that armor set as a glam for my machinist. Oh damn! I still got hit. So I'm gonna after this fight, once they show doing cutscenes again, I will look up the armor set, and I'll pull it up on screen to show, because I love that glam set for my machinist. Like I always use it on machinist. Every time I play on my machinist, I always use that glam. Like I had glam for each one of my my classes. I had healer glam. I had the healer glam were pretty much the same. But all of the other classes had their own glam. Even with the tanks, Dark Knight, Death Knight, Dark Knight. Is it Dark Knight or Death Knight? It keeps Dark Knight, right? Dark Knight, Gunner, Gunblade, Warrior, Paladin. They all had their own glam. But Healer is probably the only one that was sharing glam. I was sharing the same glam for all my healers, but with the tanks, with all the other. Excuse me. With all the other classes, they all had their own glam. Oof. Excuse me. Ooh. So one of the things about these cutscenes, like a lot of the cutscenes that they have in this particular fight, this particular dungeon fight, is or this particular main scenario quest fight, is throughout all of the cutscenes that they show, you see the other character, the other party members, except for this one particular scene right here. This one particular scene that's about to show, you do not see the other characters. You just see yourself. That one kind of like breaks the immersion of being in the same dungeon with other people. Okay, let's see if I can find a picture. Okay. Okay. So the image that I'm showing you right now, okay, let me. You see this particular set right here? This one right here that the bunny is wearing. This is the one that I have for my machinist. I don't remember the name of this gear set, but this is the one that I always use on my machinist, and I absolutely love that. Absolutely love it. I think it's so cool looking.
Successful places great emphasis on teamwork. We are a unit with lieutenants that can this competition. Okay, Lin Chen not refused to be acknowledged it, expressing no objections. The wealthy disciple remained silent, crossing his arms and looking quite arrogant. Before boarding the battleship, Lin Chen had already looked over the team members' profiles and knew that this man was a disciple of a prominent family from Yancheng named Lu Xiaolong. Lu Xiaolong was not an ordinary wealthy heir. His grandfather, father, and mother were all martial arts masters, enjoying a high reputation in Russia. The likes of the Zhou family from Mid-2000. However, his personality was extremely arrogant. Born with a silver spoon in his mouth and gifted beyond measure, he had always stood out among his peers, which led him to hardly communicate with others. Or rather, among his peers, there were very few who got shy. Now, upon hearing that Lin Chen was the team, Lu Xiaolong naturally wore a displeased expression. Seeing this, Chen Zhenglong spoke up. Lu Xiaolong, this is an order. In combat, the team comes first. Cooperate with your teammates. Understand? Understood. But unless he is stronger than me, he has no right to command me. No right to command me. Lu Xiaolong replied, crossing his arms and walking towards the lounge. Chen Zhenglong shook his head. Disciples from prominent families were indeed hard to tame. If it weren't for his grandfather's strong recommendation for him to compete in the ring, glory to the country, Chen Zhenglong wouldn't have considered bringing him along. Meanwhile, in Huaxia, it was late at night. It should have been time to sleep, but many people in Huaxia were wide awake, either glued to their televisions or checking their smartwatches, waiting for the live broadcast. The live broadcast starts in an hour. However, this year's newcomers from Huaxia are quite aggressive. They have a chance to win the championship. Lin Chen is said to be a mentalist. Not long ago, the Zhou family from Magic City even put a bounty on him. I didn't expect him to be competing abroad now. It's impressive. The gathering of geniuses is an annual event that can't be missed. If we lose again, it will be 10 consecutive defeats. So tonight, even if I have to stay up all night, I will watch the match. Watch warriors are awesome. People across the country were focused on this global event, and in Galilee City, it was especially lively. Many citizens spontaneously gathered on the streets to watch the big screen, waiting for the match. I said, so many people are pinning their hopes on our son. Do you think Xiaofeng feels a lot of pressure? It's our Lin family's honor for Xiaofeng to bring glory to the country. Even if he loses, he will still have honor in defeat. I believe Xiaofeng won't lose. He has always been strong-willed. Mom and Dad, don't worry. My brother is incredibly strong. Participating in this kind of event is like a dimensional strike. He won't lose. Lin Xiaoyu explained. My brother is still a very powerful mentalist. I didn't know before, but now I do. It would be hard for him to lose. At this military base in Huaxia, the security was tight, heavily guarded, and filled with various automatics scanning the infrared system. This was the meeting place for the top brass of the Huaxia military. Those who made it were among the most renowned commanders, holding esteemed positions. At this moment, in the conference hall, an elderly man with white hair and golden stars on his shoulders sat
Let me get your ass
the
whipped.
7 or 8 commanders below. Him, gentlemen, we have received bad news from the underground. Yesterday, the city opened the underground. 70,000 soldiers in battle, 12 managers. Among the casualties, this is not the issue is that research has found that a new underground city may open in Jiangnan province in the coming days. We must prepare for full-scale strikes. Upon hearing this, commanders below all showed expressions of shock, their faces growing serious. Currently, we have already opened 3 underground entrances within our territory. If another underground city appears, it will be a tremendous test for us. If we only rely on our military, it's absolutely impossible to suppress the creatures inside the underground. What should we do? Besides the creatures in the cave, the activity of the monsters outside has also increased significantly. In recent years, we are probably facing unprecedented
I missed it.
The white-haired elder said, next month I will personally go down to the cave. If you can't contact me while I'm inside, all decisions from above will be left to you to handle together. You are our what if? Theirs. No, what if? Currently, the delay your movements in motion. Before they come out, we must hold the cave. The elder's cave was firm. In a few days, four masters will arrive to support us. Everyone need not really too much. Step by step. Accepting this plan, then this threat is the monsters on the surface about creatures inside the cave. Those terrifying beings had troubled society for decades. According to the government's continuous information, people would be in a state of the West Alliance and the global challenges. At this moment, Lin Chen and others were sitting in a designated lounge. Competition. My name is Jean Fong, and this is my brother Chen. Chen, heard of you. You joined the Super Martial Arts Academy and are the most formidable newcomer this year. At this time, a similarly voice from the Huaxia team approached Lin Chen. Lin Chen smiled and became honest. Stop. Understand each other's fighting styles. Conversation. Think about each other. Jump. It's very beautiful and easygoing. By the way, Zilong, what are you good at? The first round is a ring match. We should discuss it first. You few honest fans. Qualified to compare with me. You're just a bunch of dead weight. Zhang Feng tried to be friendly with Lu Zilong, but was humiliated instead. You can discuss it alone. Yourselves, don't involve me. Lu Zilong responded, walking out of the lounge without even glancing at Lin Chen and the others. TCH, how arrogant. Who does he think he is? Just because he comes from a prestigious family? Lin Chen is a mentalist and isn't as arrogant as him. Kong Fei spoke up for everyone. Lin Chen was also somewhat displeased with him. He didn't value teamwork.
More rewards, more safety, more special offers. That's what you
Okay.
Shell. Going to save headsets for now.
Value teamwork. If it came to it, they could just let him act alone later.
Oof, look at those legs, yummy.
What's happening? Let's go take a look. Lin, Chen, and the others
Legs
walked
look
out of the lounge
tasty.
into the corridor where they saw someone fighting. One person was being pinned to the ground by a young man who was receiving punches and kicks without the ability to fight back. As they focused, they were shocked to see that the one being beaten was Lu Zilong, who had just gone out. You dare hit me? After receiving a slap, Lu Zilong couldn't help but want to fight back, but his opponent was far too strong. He only had silver 2-star strength, while the foreign man before him was silver 4-star. Incredibly powerful. He was no match at all. After a few moves, he was flipped to the ground and stepped on. Hit him. The Huaxia contestant really doesn't know how to die. Daring to oppose our James, truly ungrateful. James is the captain of our West Alliance's second team. TSK can't refuse a bit. If not, get out and fight me. The burly James. His face turned pale. He didn't dare to fight back. It was the first time he encountered such a ruthless character. He had just bumped into the opponent and was pinned down and beaten. It was truly not worth it. Look, the little guy from Huaxia doesn't doesn't even dare to fight back. What a weakling. Blue. Zilong became the target of everyone's ridicule, and soon laughter erupted around him. Blue Zilong felt utterly humiliated and incredibly embarrassed. He had truly lost all face. Hearing this, Lin Chen and the others were displeased. He said, "That's enough. He's the weakest among us, and you use your strongest to bully our weakest. Is that fair?" Upon seeing Lin Chen approach, Blue Zilong's eyes widened, as if he had seen a savior. And are you going to help? James's gaze fell on Lin Chen, who smiled slightly. Trash, but you bullying in trash doesn't mean you can tarnish our Huaxio's reputation. Yeah, your Huaxio team is all trash. I'm not wrong in saying that, am I? James completely disregarded Lin Chen, correctly insulting him to his face. However, as soon as he finished speaking, a fist slammed into James's abdomen. James didn't even have time to react, instead flying like a pig, losing consciousness instantly. What? Everyone was stunned by this scene, staring at Lin Chen with astonished eyes. God, James is a
He looks like
four-star warrior, yet he was
he looks like a character, a healing character. Definitely. See, that's I love when people do that. When their glamour reflects their class. I think that is so cool. I love that. That's what I had to do with mine. I just always have my glamour reflect the particular class that I'm playing. He definitely looks like a healer. This is the tank, but you can't really tell they're a tank unless you see the weapon that they have. The other one, I don't remember what class they were. You can't tell what class they are just by looking at their gear either. Or are they healer? Wait, I could be wrong. Like the other person could be the one that looks like a healer. Could be a mage. Could be the magic, the black mage in class. Yeah, I can't remember, but he probably is not even the healer. He's probably like the black mage. But I love when people clothe like their gear, their glamour reflects what particular class they play. So you just by looking at the glamour, you can tell, oh, that's the healer, that's the DPS, that's not DPS, that's a black mage, that's a summoner, that's a tank, one of the 3 tanks. Like I love it when glamour does that, when people do that using glamour. Like this one person I played with, we were doing one of the Alliance raid, and they looked just like they dressed up like a nurse with the blue top, the blue pants, the mask, the blue gloves, the blue shoes. Like they were all blue, but the way that the type of clothes that they had on made it look like that particular nurse, the suit that most nurses wear. I forget what they call it, but that was pretty cool. I really liked that, and they were a healer too, which was dope. I love when people do stuff like that.
With disbelief, ignoring the gazes of others, Lin Chen glanced around and said, "If anyone dare to tarnish Huaxia again, I'll make you all lie on the ground like dead dogs. Understand? Let's go." Lin Chen led his team back.
Yeah, he is the black mage.
The Huaxia warriors were too arrogant.
Damn.
If it weren't for our Western
Yeah, I thought he was a
alliance
healer.
all its members yet, he wouldn't be able to act so recklessly. In the first arena actually, we'll knock him down. Some Western Alliance competitors were still unconvinced. Community threats. Others nodded in agreement. The Western Alliance had teams competing. The strongest ones hadn't arrived yet. Otherwise, it wouldn't be Huaxia's team stealing the spotlight. In the lounge, after Lin Chen and the others returned, Lu Zilong also came back, but his expression towards Lin Chen and the others had become much more respectful. He approached them with a flattering demeanor. Lin Chen, I didn't expect you to be so powerful. Thanks to you just now, or I would been in big trouble. Ed, you're mistaken. I'm not helping you. I'm doing it for our country's reputation, Lynch said coldly. Weren't you so impressive just now? Why didn't you dare to fight back on someone like you? People like you are worthy of being called trash. Don't think too highly of yourself. Exactly. Lucy Lowe only bring shame to our Huaxia team. You were so indifferent to us earlier. I thought being from a prestigious family made you strong. Turns out you're just a coward. Several people spoke out against him, causing Lu Zilong to lower his head. All participating contestants, please gather in the arena. The match will begin in a moment. Broadcast in. The bass rang out, signaling that the competition was about to start. The arena at the base was huge, as large as a football field. In the center, a stage made of special materials had already been constructed. Surrounding the arena, specifically set up for full-time
After
broadcasting.
eating that instant noodles, because I put pepper sauce in it, but after eating it, now my nose feels running.
Western Alliance, 3 or 4 teams. The African Alliance 2. Why is the Asian Alliance led by the AFP? Huaxia only has 1 team. It's quite precarious. No more talk. I support our Huaxia team. In the square of Gaoliang City, as soon as Lin Yan and the others appeared, they immediately threw cheers from everyone, becoming the center of attention. In the joint face of the competition, the Men's Lounge, Jin Zhenglong looked up at the screen above, his expression sobered. If they finish last again this time, it will be utterly embarrassing. Would also confirm that Huaxia will be on a downward slope. It seems like a lot of people are watching us. Just now, Lin Chen beat up a guy from the Western Alliance, so they will definitely retaliate against us. What are we afraid of? Just fight him. Lu Zilong, don't stick too close to me, or others will think we're too familiar. Aren't you embarrassed? Lu Zilong.
Says LV Smart Life Planning. Studying the degree of engineering. Designed to be looks like wood, feels like wood. One laugh.
Embarrassed? Lu Zilong was pushed to the back, Lin Chen leading the way, drawing the attention of other alliance competitors. They all felt many hateful gazes directed at them, but Lin Chen remained unfazed. He was here to win the championship and not to care about others' expressions. If anyone was unconvinced, he would beat them into submission. The rules of the competition are very simple. There will be a random draw each side. The teams into the first, second, and third place. A voice announced the competition rules. Each team in a group will face off against each other once. The winners will earn the top spot in their group. More victories, more points. The specific rules are: after the explanation, everyone understood the rules. Each team would act as a whole, sending out players to compete against those from other teams in the same group. They could rotate players in a wheel battle or have one person complete all 15 matches. In short, after competing in 15 matches against the 3 teams in their group, the team with the most victories would be the first in their group. Lin Chen and his team were placed in the first group, which included their Huaxia team, Western Alliance's second team, the African Alliance's first team, and the Asian Alliance's first team. In the first match, the Huaxia team will face the African Alliance's first team. Please send one player from each side to the stage. An announcer stepped forward and addressed the crowd. Over here,
Okay.
in the Huaxia team,
That's a nice
the African Alliance's first team is the strongest. I've looked at their data. They have 1 silver 5-star, 1 silver 4-star, and the other 3 are silver 3 stars. By the way, Lin Chen, what level are you at? Everyone looked at Lin Chen, who was likely a silver 5-star, but since this was a team battle, relying solely on Lin Chen was clearly unrealistic. They were all a bit nervous. They were all at the silver level, but the overall strength of the opponent was greater, so they needed to strategize, ideally using a tactic similar to the Tianji horse racing method. I'm about the same, Lin Chen replied with a smile. At that moment, a player from the African Alliance had already stepped onto the stage. As soon as he arrived, he called out to Lin Chen's side, "What are the Huaxia people talking about? Are you discussing how to swim back after losing? Hurry up and send someone. Let's finish this match quickly. Ha ha ha." As soon as these words were
Okay.
spoken, they grunted and laughter, everyone chuckling. The
Okay, so I
African player named Alu
do
was a silver
maybe 2
5-star
of
and very
these,
strong.
and I should be able to hit level 60, and then I can restart the main scenario quests.
Match, and everyone was waiting to see the Huaxia team's embarrassment.
Come on.
This is too much bullying. Exactly. This guy is used to being arrogant. So what if he's a mentalist? Can he really take on 5 opponents in a row? Get up there and take him down. Within Huaxia, countless people in front of the big screen were indignant, waiting for their player to deal with the African guy. Lin Chen had been relatively calm, but upon hearing someone taunting on stage, he instantly felt displeased. He turned to Zhang Tang and the others and said, "Let me handle this. I can't stand it anymore. You just watch." After saying that, Lin Chen walked up to the stage. Hee, this kid is doomed. Just now. James, let's see how he does inside. Below, a Western Alliance player was floating, waiting to see Lin Chen As the battle began, Alan's expression changed, dramatically before he even made a move, because Lin Chen had already arrived in front of him and threw a punch down. So fast, Harut was secretly shocked and quickly used his mental to control a shield to block in front of himself. In the competition, any weapon could be used. It was a completely open match, unrestricted. But in front of Lin Chen, any shield was useless. With one explosive punch, the extreme burst fist erupted. Bang! With one punch, the shield shattered and flew out like a kite with a broken string. The crowd only heard a huge sound, and then there was only one person left on the stage. That was Lin Chen.
Was she always here?
Defeated? What the hell just happened? So fast, what the hell is this? Speed? This guy excels in speed. Too fast. Not just fast, he just shattered a sea-level defensive shield with one punch. Quick, see if the food is dead.
That's so
The crowd's
cute.
mouths dropped open, almost big enough to fit 3 eggs. Everyone was genuinely shocked by Lin Chen's strike. Even the shield couldn't hold up. What kind of monster is this? Mentalist? Not alliance. Powerhouse? Is this all? After finishing, Lin Chen glanced at the fallen Harut below, his eyes filled with disdain. Why does your non-alliance only produce trash? Who's the next trash? Come on. He beckoned to the non-alliance team, igniting their anger. Arrogant. Lin Chen was so arrogant. In the lounge, Chen Zhenglong was also stunned, shocked by Lin Chen's skills. As a fellow mentalist, Lin Chen had instantly killed his opponent, which was absolutely abnormal. In contrast, the officials of the non-alliance and other lounges looked horrified, as if facing a great enemy. Each one looked petrified, and the bread in their hands suddenly lost its taste. Lin Chen is too awesome. 666. This is the style of Huaxia warriors. Lin Chen. Go for it. They can't laugh now. Lin Chen is the strongest genius I've ever seen.
I don't know what's with China and the whole 666s. Like they use the 666 a lot for cheering.
The competition continued, and the non-alliance contestants were all sent flying by Lin Chen's punch, unable to fight back at all. In one round, Lin Chen said, "Oh, my wrist doing she days in his house. You ever thought about picking up a shift or shift smart? What is that? You better not Lin Chen single-handedly took down a non-alliance team. This left the other teams dumbfounded. What the hell is this? So fierce, one person took down a non-alliance team? The non-alliance team is ranked in the top 3, and they had a Root, a mentalist, in command. How could they collapse like this? Lin Chen is too powerful. Later, when facing the Huaxia team,
Nice.
what are we afraid of? He just finished 5 matches. Stamina is an issue. I don't believe he has the strength to come out and fight. The teams in the first group were extremely nervous, already in a flurry. At this moment, Lin Chen's Huaxia team also earned 5 points. Next up is the Asia Alliance. Team 3 versus the Western Alliance Team 2. Please prepare both teams, and also allow the Huaxia team and non-alliance team 1 to rest for a moment, welcoming the next round of matches. Seeing that there was nothing for him to do, Lin Chen got off the stage and saw that Zhang Feng and Hong Feifei's eyes were wide open in disbelief. Lin Chen, you are too. Awesome, you completely didn't give us a chance to perform. Zhang Feng complained. Lin Chen chuckled. Since we're fighting, we have no reason to lose. We must end with a complete victory, and we still have to face 2 teams. We can't be careless. That's true. Winning 1 match only gives 1 point. You can easily get 15 points. Zhang Lin praised Lin Chen, while Lu Zilong was ignored on the side. The situation was a bit awkward. Previously, he had expressed disdain for being with Lin Chen and the others, but now Lin Chen's performance completely conquered the martial artist teams here, far surpassing Lu Zilong. Lu Zilong felt humiliated, wishing he could find a crack in the ground to hide in. He had become an outsider in the Huaxia team. Whether he was there or not made no difference, and one could say he was completely useless. Half an hour later, after the other 2 teams finished their matches and took a brief rest, the Huaxia team faced off against the Western Alliance's 2nd team again. The captain of the Western Alliance's 2nd team, James, was hesitant to take the stage first because the Huaxia team had sent out Lin Chen. He had just been schooled by Lin Chen back in the days, so how could he muster the courage to step up? In the end, Lin Chen easily crushed the Western Alliance's 2nd team, and in the final match, he directly incapacitated James. Crap. With a single punch, the Extreme Blast Fist increased his attack power by 50%, delivering over 2 million kilograms of force. James was left battered and unconscious upon hitting the ground. Does the Huaxia team have any face now? After defeating the Western Alliance's 2nd team, Lin Chen smiled faintly, his gaze sweeping over the crowd with utter disdain. The other teams watched Lin Chen's demeanor with anger, itching to rush to the stage and beat him up. Damn Huaxia team, this guy is too arrogant. In previous years, we had them under control, but this year they are so cocky. After tomorrow's survival competition, I will personally take him down. Just an ignorant. It doesn't matter how fast he is in front of me and doing. A handsome man looked at Lin Chen on stage, shaking his head repeatedly. Ellen is the biggest psychic master. Even I can easily take him down. This Huaxia kid won't last long on stage. Upon hearing this, many turned to look at the man. If anyone else Ross had said such a thing, they would surely be laughed at for being arrogant and overestimating themselves. But coming from this handsome man, it was no surprise, as he was Ross. Ross, the best newcomer of the Western Alliance this year, a silver 5-star psychic master, once single-handedly killed 2 golden tier beasts, shocking the Western Alliance. Tomorrow, he would take the lead in the beast-infested jungle, and Lin Chen and the Huaxia team were undoubtedly killed. Oh, is there still someone who refuses to accept this? Hearing shouts from below, Lin Chen smiled slightly and vented his frustration on the Asian Alliance's 13. Bang! 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 The Asian Alliance was being from the 3rd tier were not very strong. The strongest among them was only a silver 4-star, and Lin Chen knocked them with just 2 punches. After 5 punches, Lin Chen emerged, unscathed with a resounding victory. At that moment, he kicked a player wearing a tall hat off the stage and declared, "Whoever is not convinced, come and try to take me down next time, instead of me taking you down. Otherwise, just shut up. Being angry without power is not something to be proud of." With that, Lin Chen stepped down from the ring and won all 15 matches. Meanwhile, his opponents were in dire straits. Several were severely injured. Tomorrow's survival competition was uncertain. Lin Chen was merciless only by being strong. Others fear you. If you showed mercy, others would think you easy to bully, so you must be ruthless. Lin Chen had just incapacitated several contestants as a warning. My brother is amazing. Oh yeah, what a relief. Xiaofeng's contestants are quite average and lost 15 matches in a row. Ah, what a kid. He truly is my son. At home, the family was thrilled for Lin Chen, cheering with joy. At the girls' dormitory of Magic City Martial University, Xia Shaoling watched the broadcast nervously, and when Lin Chen achieved a clean sweep, she finally broke into a sweet smile. On the other side, Zhang Lang was also following the events. Lin Chen is truly incredible, but it's his brother. I can't fall behind. I can't let him lose face. With that, Zhang Lang walked into the training room, sweating profusely as he trained with a band. The arena competition continued until dusk, the highest team being the Huaxia team. The most representative figure of the Huaxia team was none other than Lin Chen. He fought alone and had never been defeated.
Whose relative are you?
Figure of the Huaxia team was none other than Lin Chen. He fought alone and had never been defeated, which was incredibly terrifying. One could say he single-handedly carried the Huaxia team. Similar to Lin Chen, there were 2 other martial artists. They were Dubai and Ross from the Western Alliance's first team. Both were exceptionally talented, although they didn't have Lin Chen's swift kills. They still left their opponents searching for their teeth on the ground. Moreover, both were mental energy masters capable of controlling weapons in battle, which was quite astonishing. However, this shock only occurred among the other competitors. Lin Chen took a glance and found it rather boring, even dozing off. The opponent's mental energy was too weak, probably only at the bronze 1-star or 2-star level, posing no threat to Lin Chen at all. He could defeat them anytime he wanted. After the competition ended, each team returned to their respective bases. As soon as Lin Chen and the others returned, they received a call from Chen Jungle. Lin Chen, you all did brilliantly. You've already accumulated 15 points, which almost guarantees we won't be at the bottom this time. With a little more effort tomorrow, we can enter the top 3 or even win the championship. Keep it up. Both Lin Chen and the others nodded. Indeed, they couldn't celebrate too early. Although the chances of finishing last were slim, their goal was to win the championship. Tomorrow's outdoor survival competition would be even more challenging. That night, the Alliance began sending the rules and videos regarding the next day's competition to each martial artist team. It's too brutal, marking the locations of the demon beasts in the jungle and sending opponents to kill them. Each bronze beast core is worth 1 point, silver beast core 2 points, gold beast core 3 points. Killing demon beasts unrelated to the competition will not count towards the points, which means it's invalid. Instant silence. This morning, all participating contestants were taken aboard a warship and then began to be dropped from the air. The drop location was, of course, Demon Beast Jungle. The jungle was filled with towering trees, countless peaks of lush green, and home to various ferocious demon beasts, making it a location for competitions throughout the years. The competition lasts only 24 hours. The team that accumulates the most points, combined with the arena competition points, will be the champion. A friendly reminder, once you enter the Demon Beast Jungle, there will be life-threatening dangers, so please pay attention, and good luck to all contestants. The announcement in one team after another was dropped in various locations, while Lin Chen's Huaxia team was dropped on a peak in the southwest. Roar! As the 5 landed, they hadn't even had time to assess their surroundings before a towering 3-meter-tall violent bear charged in. Lin Chen reacted swiftly, stabbing it with a single shot. Slash! The heavy violent bear, weighing over 10 tons, was instantly killed by Lin Chen's shot, blood gushing everywhere. Lin Chen, fast, Zhang Hong's amazed by Lin Chen's reaction, was unmatched. This violent bear was around silver 3 superstar strength, yet it couldn't withstand a shot. If it were them, it would definitely take some time. Everyone check your smart wristbands, and the demon beasts will refresh soon, so get ready to hunt. Lin Chen said to everyone, don't fall behind. Otherwise, being alone will end badly. Videos have shown that it's free to kill here, so keep your wits about you. Got it. Understood. The others nodded, while Blue Zilong felt extremely awkward, having to follow behind everyone. Before long, the demon beasts have refreshed, where silver demon beasts are 50 miles ahead. Let's hurry. Over.as everyone saw the red dots. They naturally understood that these were the official markers for the demon beasts that needed to be killed. In order to obtain beast cores and accumulate points, the Huaxia team quickened their pace, and training was not smoothly encountered. Quite a few demon beasts, but unfortunately, the beasts were weak and were almost instantly killed by Lin Chen. When Lin Chen and the others arrived, at the scene where demon beasts were lying on the ground resting, it's more rift tigers. You guys stay alert if anything happens. Immediately, I'll take care of them myself. Lin Chen transformed into a flash of lightning, darting forward with his spear in hand, and pierced through the heart of one sleeping rift tiger. Roar! The rift tiger let out a tragic scream and bled to death, while the other three rift tigers, during the commotion, quickly got up and charged at the human in front of them. Lin Chen moved lightly, with the blink of an eye. Shaking his spear, he dispatched the three rift tigers in no time. Facing demon beasts of the Silver Realm, Lin Chen was as effortless as drinking water. Let's not forget, he was now at the Golden Realm. Participating in such an event was nothing less than a dimensional strike. Wow! Lin Chen, your skills, that speed. We're all stunned by you. Who exactly are you? Are you hiding your identity? That's amazing, taking down. For rift tigers by yourself, Lin Chen, you can take my knee. The Huaxia team was once again deeply shocked. There were no words left to describe Lin Chen's monstrous talent. It was truly a late win. The rest of them hardly exerted any effort. At that moment, Lin Chen's ears twitched slightly. His gaze fell on a patch of grass in the shadows as he shouted, "Come out, don't hide." Sure enough, a small team was hiding there, very well concealed. If Lin Chen hadn't discovered them, the other members of the Huaxia team would have had no idea that the team was already lying in an ambush here. The few of them cited Lin Chen's extraordinary awareness and quickly raised their guard. This time, This time, the martial artist team, that had been discovered by Lin Chen, politely said, "We have no intention of conflicting with you. Now that the demon beasts have been killed, by you, the beast cores are yours." "That's best," Lin Chen sneered, took the beast cores, and continued towards the next refresh point. On his wristwatch, several more red dots appeared, and Lin Chen and the others hurriedly killed more than 10 demon beasts. At the fourth refresh point, beneath the massive waterfall in Deep Lake, Lin Chen and the others arrived only to find that it had already been occupied. It's the Non-Alliance. Team 2 and the Asia Alliance Team 1. What should we do? Hong Feifei and the others looked at Lin Chen. However, judging by the situation, the demon beasts were in the water, and the two teams that had arrived here clearly hadn't sent down to kill them yet. Lin Chen said lightly, "Whoever has the ability to kill the demon beasts can claim them. We'll take our share." To ensure they secured the championship without a hitch, Lin Chen didn't want to miss out on any points. They approached the lakeside, at which point the Alliance team looked over. One of the Non-Alliance team members spoke up. "We arrived here first, so the demon beasts should rightfully belong to us. I advise you all to follow the rules and not seek trouble. In that case, we'll leave this place to you. We're going." The captain of the Asia Alliance team revealed a slight smile and actually turned to leave. At this moment, only Lin Chen and the Non-Alliance team remained. Lin Chen ignored them completely and jumped directly into the lake, preparing to kill the demon beasts. Seeking death, the captain of the Non-Alliance team was unwilling to back. Down and submerged into the water, while the others erupted into battle on the shore. Below, as soon as Lin Chen hit the water, he encountered several blood-red-eyed tyrant crocodiles. The tyrant crocodile was close to the silver 4-star level, a ferocious demon beast with a bite force that could reach up to 15 levels. If bitten, one would find it impossible to escape from its jaws.
Oh my
Just
gosh,
as
why
Lin
did
Chen
you
was
let it
about to
there?
make a sent someone pursuing him from behind. The captain of the Alliance squad swung a giant axe towards Lin Chen, who didn't even glance at him. Instead, he directly used his mental power to control the shadow blades, ruthlessly eliminating the captain of the Non-Alliance second team. Gurgle, gurgle. Blood flowed from his neck, quickly staining the water's surface red. The tyrant crocodile, catching the scent of blood, immediately sent 5 or 6 giant crocodiles rushing towards Lin Chen, going all out. Just in time, Lin Chen, holding the spear, thrust it forcefully, wreaking havoc in the water. In less than a minute, all 6 tyrant crocodiles were slain by Lin Chen, turning the entire lake surface into crimson. TSK, TSK. captain has already been killed by our boss. Ants from Huaxia, prepare to welcome death. The members of the non-alliance second team said with fierce expressions, their faces sharp. Just then, previously departed first team of the Asia Alliance suddenly returned, smiling at everyone and saying, "Perfect. You two sides can fight to the death while we reap the benefits. Thank you all for the generous gift. You, didn't you say that the well water doesn't interfere for water? The members of the alliance second team trembled at the sight of the returning team, and Zhang Feng and the others felt a sense of foreboding. They were already at a disadvantage, having sustained injuries after battling the non-alliance members, Lu Zilong being particularly bad, barely able to lift his head. Now, a threat had emerged, and it was the first team of the Asia Alliance, which included a mentalist, strongest team in the Asia Alliance. A few of them felt as if they were facing a formidable enemy. TSK, this is a competition, little ones. You can use any means to accumulate points. We're all adults here. You wouldn't be so naive. Ju, the captain of the Asia Alliance, was a tall man who stepped up from the crowd and addressed the members of the Alliance second team. After you finish off the Huaxia team, if you voluntarily concede, we can spare your lives. Otherwise, don't blame us for being ruthless. Upon hearing this, Zhang Feng, Zhang Lin, and Hong Feifei's faces twitched slightly. The other side was actually using them to eliminate their enemies. How ruthless. Fine, we agreed to eliminate the Huaxia team, yes? Long as you let us go. The members of the non-alliance second team began to rush towards Zhang Feng and the others, just as they felt helpless. A loud bang suddenly erupted from the lake. The next moment, a figure shot up from the water surface. Lin Chen, completely dry, transformed into a shadow and darted towards the members of the non-alliance second team. I was going to let you off, but you insisted on seeking your own demise. The golden dragon spear looked like a spirit snake, its immense explosive power aimed directly at one person. That person, terrified, quickly drew his sword to block. Unfortunately, the gap between him and Lin Chen was like that between heaven and earth. With one thrust, blood splattered. Swoosh! One spear, and he was killed in an instant. The members of the non-alliance second team attempted to flee, but under Lin Chen's swift footwork, how could they escape? Their speed was simply on a different level. In less than 10 seconds, 3 figures fell to the ground. Their team annihilated. Lin Chen is back. Great! Zhang Feng and the others felt a wave of relief wash over them. Seeing Lin Chen was like seeing a lifeline, and they broke into smiles. In stark contrast, the members of the Asia Alliance's first team were stunned upon seeing Lin Chen. He had single-handedly killed 4 people, including the captain of the alliance. This is our brand new dual-lens dashboard camera, redefining driving safety. Equipped with 4K Ultra HD dual camera, captain of the non-alliance who had been in the water, effectively wiping out an entire team. Yes.
Yeah, very close to leveling up. I just got about, I want to say maybe 10% more to go. I'm hoping with this trial, I should be able to get enough. I don't think I will, but I'm hoping. Ooh, oh my gosh, I want to get those wing mounts. Even on my main account, I have not gotten one of the wing mounts yet. I want to get. I can't. Oh my gosh, I want to get them so bad. They look so freaking cool. But yeah, I'm hoping with this trial I'll level up. I don't think I will, but I'm hoping. From the Chronic stream, yeah, I think the Phoenix Extreme fights, you can also get it from the Phoenix Extreme fights. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like the first winged mount comes from the Phoenix fight, the Phoenix Extreme. But yeah, on this character I will not be able to get it on this character. I'm hoping eventually I'll be able to get it on my main account, because my main account is it's up to the current expansion. The only problem is I have not played for 8 months, so I haven't played the recent patches. Okay, give me 1 second to be called. Okay, I am back. Yeah. So I'll probably. Yeah. I'm not sure. So once I hit 60 on this, I don't know how long it'll take for the to play through the last 9 quests for Heaven's Word. But around right now it's 2:32, but around like 4:30, 5 o'clock, I'll probably end the stream around then, so that way I can go and cook something. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Probably play for another 2 hours. But I do. So what I usually do is I would stream for about 4 to 5 hours, because right now I'm not working. I'm looking for work. So I would start the stream early in the day, and then I'll take a couple hours break, and then I'll start out the stream again later on the day. So that's what I usually do. So after maybe 2 more hours or so, I'll end the stream for a couple hours, and then I'll start the stream back up in a couple hours, because I was just told to make some burgers, but we don't buy pre-made burger meats. We just buy the ground beef, and we just make our own burger meats. So that and because she doesn't feel like cooking. Because I'm not working right now, I'm currently staying with my mom's, and so that's why whenever I say whenever I mention somebody that I'm living with, it's always her. But she doesn't feel like cooking right now. Well, she doesn't feel like cooking today, so that's why I'm gonna make, in a couple hours I'm gonna go and make us some burger patties, so that way we can make some burgers to eat for the day, for today. Oof. Ooh. So, damn. I don't know why, but today, for some reason, my throat feels a bit sore. So I don't usually sound like this when I'm talking. So my voice right now might sound a bit weird, but yeah. I don't know why it's like this today. Although it does, because like I said, not a lot of people come on the stream and chat and stuff like that. Like, they'll come on the stream, they'll see me playing, they'll give a follow, but then they'll leave. They don't stick around and chat with me. It's only once in a while somebody would come in and they would chat, and because I don't talk a lot while I'm streaming, because it's nobody to stream. So whenever I do talk for a long period of time, my voice does sound a bit strained, but it never sounds this way that it's sounding right now. So I don't know what's going on with my voice today. Like, it would feel like, how like you'd feel that weird feeling in your throat that makes you want to cough really badly. Normally, that's how it would feel. So it'd feel like kind of dryish, and it would make me feel like coughing a lot. But does not normally sound like this. So I don't know what's going on with my voice today. Maybe I'm losing my voice, because usually people like I've seen a few who not like go mute, but like their voice would sound differently because they have like I don't want to say a cold or anything because I don't feel like I have a cold, but it's crazy. So I just finished the Alexander raid yesterday or the day before yesterday. So I'm really glad I finished that. I also finished Crystal Tower, got that out of the way. Right now I need to. I'm doing the whatever this particular quest line is called, the Void Arc quest line. I'm I'm doing that, the Void quest line, the Void Arc quest line. I haven't been able to get a group party to do this. And Coiled Up Bahamut, I have not gotten I have not done Coiled Up Bahamut because I can't solo Coiled Up Bahamut, and nobody does Coiled Up Bahamut. So even if I do do a party seek, I'll be sitting there for hours and still nothing. So that sucks. Okay, just one more away. On the waiting list, I'm in number 1 on the waiting list, so I should be. I've tried shouting for it a few times as well. Nobody answers. But at the same time, I'm kind of okay with that because even if somebody does agree to help, I can't invite them. I can't invite them to a party. So there's a lot of restrictions on the free to play free trial. But I'm hoping eventually I'm hoping that once I hit level 80. Ooh, I love the music here. I'm hoping once I hit level 70, once I hit level 70, I might be able to solo it because at level, what the heck? Because at level 60, my level 60 paladin, at my level 60 paladin, I'm able to reach all the way to the first boss of Calls of Bahamut number 1. I'm able to reach up to the boss. The final boss of Call of Behemoth number 1. But I can't beat it. I can't beat the boss of 1. So I can reach up to it. But so I'm hoping that once I hit 70, I should be able to I should be able to solo Call of Behemoth part 1.
simultaneously
my
using mental
dash at
power
this
to
level.
control the longsword to assassinate Lin Chen, playing mind games with me. You're still too green. Lin Chen had long been on guard before the opponent could strike his shadow-flying blade hat, already shot out like lightning, piercing into the opponent's body. Sizzle. The five were simultaneously killed by the shadow-flying blades, their combat suits torn and unable to withstand the sharpness of the shadow blades. Before they could even think move, they were wiped out. Monster. Lucy Long was already in complete awe of Lin Chen, wishing he could kneel down and worship him. One person had wiped out a whole squad. How terrifying. Moreover, the opponent also had mental power users, but in front of Lin Chen, they were like little dogs, only able to be crushed. It was truly a king mingling among bronze, casually slaughtering. Let's clean up the battlefield and head to the next fresh point with Lin Chen said, and the two began to search the opponent's weapons and beast cores before leaving the scene. Damn it, they killed our teammates. This kid, his ruthless Huaxia is too overbearing. Damn it, let's join forces to stop their bullying behavior. In the commander's lounge, the commanders of the non-aligned alliance began to gather together to discuss plans to attack the Huaxia team. Lin Chen had killed their genius contestant, which was a heavy blow for them. It should be known that cultivating a genius requires enormous resources and enormous demands for mental power. Users, it costs hundreds of billions, making them priceless treasures. And Lin Chen had killed their genius in one go, annihilating the entire team, without letting a single one escape. This was truly arrogant. The next refresh points were firmly occupied by Lin Chen and his team, and they hardly encountered any other squads. The quieter it was, the more it indicated that something big was about to happen. The storm is brewing. Everyone be careful. A better feeling, Wong said cautiously. Everything there had relaxed. After 4 hours, new demon beasts refreshed, and the Huaxia team headed towards the marked location. This was a huge flip, and when Lin Chen and the others arrived, they found several demon beasts had already been slain. We're late, we missed this split. The martial artist team got there first.
Damn, it's so close.
Disappointment. Lin Chen and the others shook their heads, but just then, Lin Chen's mental power extended outward. Suddenly speaking, someone's coming. Sure enough, as soon as he finished speaking, a martial artist team appeared behind them. Western Alliance team.
Okay, I
I
could probably do a fade to get it.
Indeed saw 2 more teams surrounding them. Alliance team 2.
Let's see if we can do a fade.
Western Alliance team 1. A total of 3 teams. Hee surprised, unexpected. Ross, Dolby, and
Okay,
others.
this one has more timer on it, so let's go to this one.
Power erupting, indicating that the newcomers were not friendly. Huaxia team, you are too arrogant, looking down on everyone. Today, you will all stay. Not a single one will escape. Our non-aligned team will not be bullied. If you want to blame someone, blame your Huaxia team for being too overbearing. Hand over the beast cores, and we will give you a quick death. Zhang Feng and the others looked pale, but Lin Chen appeared calm. He smiled faintly and said, "Are you going to challenge me one-on-one, or are you all coming at me together?" You're about to die, and you aren't afraid? Ross's eyes were filled with anger. You just said I'm about to die. Is being afraid useful? Lin Chen replied, besides, a bunch of insignificant characters like you don't have the qualifications to make me afraid.
Let's not do
You say
that.
we're insignificant? Upon hearing those words from Lin Chen, Ross was furious. As a distinguished mentalist and the most talented contestant of the Western Alliance, this year he had never been subjected to such slander. Usually, everyone treated him with utmost respect, but now someone was openly humiliating him. Ross was livid. Lin Chen shook his head. No, don't misunderstand. I meant that you yourself are insignificant. The others are at most just rotten fish and shrimp. Don't think too highly of yourselves. Lin Chen, did you forget to brush your teeth this morning? What a big mouth you have, said another contestant, Doobie, with a dark expression. As soon as he spoke, several people erupted with a certain charging towards Lin Chen. Do I need to be polite with trash? As his words fell, Lin Chen glanced at Zhang Feng and the others, saying, "You all take care of yourselves. I'm going to challenge them one-on-one." One-on-one? Zhang Lin exclaimed. Lin Chen, there are more than 10 of them. Exactly. I'm challenging a whole group by myself. You all just step back. It's hard for me to protect you while fighting. While fighting, Lin Chen edged out like lightning, speed off the charts. Zhang Feng and the others were left dumbfounded. Lin Chen was so impulsive. Be careful, his speed is incredible. Yeah, I'll use my mental power. He shouldn't dare to act recklessly. Ross and Doobie exchanged glances and also darted out. In the next moment, a battle erupted in the arena. The two had quickly started when, in less than the time it takes to brew a cup of tea, 2 figures were sent flying back in disarray. Everyone looked closely and was stunned, for Ross and Doobie had been beaten to the ground, coughing incessantly. Blood gushed out like a fountain. He is of the Golden Realm. Ross pointed at Lin Chen, his eyes filled with fear. clutching his chest and unable to speak. Doobie, on the other hand, looked regretful and exclaimed in shock. Not just that, Dan is also a mentalist, with a dual realm even higher than ours. Ugh. As those words fell, everyone trembled, shaking and eagerly. Now you realize, isn't it too late? Lin Chen smiled. He overwhelmed the two in both speed and strength. What genius could withstand him? With that, exceeding 4 million pounds of force, how could these silver boys resist? At this moment, Ross and Doobie could only endure the beating, not daring to look up at Lin Chen. Lin Chen walked step by step towards the two, and seeing this, the others exchanged glances and slowly moved. Come on, daring to intervene. You bunch of useless things. Cowards, stop him. Quick, someone, you cowards, you're embarrassing the Western Alliance. As Lin Chen approached, Ross and Doobie were dumbfounded, venting their frustration at their teammates from the Western Alliance. At the critical moment, their teammates were so scared they didn't dare to act. It was too humiliating. When Lin Chen arrived, suddenly, Ross's face turned angry. He knelt on the ground with a thud, calling to Lin Chen and saying, Lin Chen, I was wrong. I shouldn't have opposed you. Please, have mercy, and let me go. I swear. I beg you to spare me. This action led Doobie beside him. How could? A man of the Western Alliance like oh, Ross, you are truly the disgrace of the Western Alliance. Begging for mercy before it's too late. With a thud, Doobie quickly knelt and pleaded. Stay too, Lin Chen. For a respectable opponent, if you spare me, I'll give you the least for everyone. What the? It's saying the harshest words while admitting the most cowardly sins. This is just. Seeing this, Lin Chen couldn't help but laugh. Is this the true face of the Western Alliance? You all think you're worthy of being warriors. Warriors should ride the winds and break the waves, possessing their own integrity. They shouldn't kneel and beg for mercy, losing all dignity when faced with some threats, just to survive. This way, they are destined to never become masters. You must know that those masters have endured hardships. Their hearts have already reached a state of transformation, vulnerable. Yet Ross and Doobie, as dignified mentalists, for mercy, truly disgracing the name of warriors. But thinking about it, it's normal. Most warriors are ordinary. They are human, flesh and blood. Since they are human, they fear death. Those who truly do not fear death are the ones with steadfast will. Only such people can achieve greatness. The reason ordinary warriors are ordinary is precisely because their minds are unstable. Lin Chen, we admit defeat. The beast core is yours. Spare us, we voluntarily forfeit. Ross looked at Lin Chen with pleading eyes. However, how could Lin Chen give him a chance? He coldly said, I already gave you a chance on the arena, yet you still came to provoke us time and again, and then you want to let it go. The various humiliations against the honor of my Huashu, how can I let that go? If I forgive you, then I will be a sinner of Huashu, unable to represent my country to forgive some shameless people. His tone revealed a hint of killing intent. Since you have insulted my country, be prepared to pay the price. Huashu is not a place for any stray dog can slander. As soon as he finished speaking, Lin Chen summoned a long spear, the Z-long golden spear, and thrust it out. Whoosh! Ross's face turned pale with horror, retreating, but he couldn't withstand Lin Chen's speed. The spear pierced through his heart, and Ross flew backward. Damn! Doobie was so scared he was dazed, quickly getting up to flee, and the others scattered like birds and beasts upon seeing this. Lin Chen was too ruthless. His speed was astonishing. In the Golden Realm, they were simply unable to resist. Even if they all attacked together, it would be like a mayfly shaking a tree, only leading to their own deaths. In the next moment, Doobie felt a chill behind him, as a cold spear pierced through his heart from behind. He could see the blood on the spearhead, its sharpness. Revealed. Mentalist, you are too weak. After killing Doobie, Lin Chen shook his head. He lamented the solitude of seeking defeat. Lin Chen, they've left. What should we do? The others had already gone far, and Jun Foam and the others looked at Lin Chen. Should they chase or not? Lin Chen smiled and said, You. I'll just clean up the battlefield. No one else is getting away from my grasp. As he said this, he transformed into a shadow, simultaneously using mental power to scan. Soon, screams began to echo from all directions. Lin Chen's shadow-flying blades killed invisibly. Some people didn't even know how they died. Due to the second outdoor survival challenge being too bloody, it was not broadcasted to the public. Ordinary people could not see it. Only the officials from various alliances in the lounge had the chance to see it, and when the
This is Olympus, and I used to inspect it all the time.
to see it, and when the officials from the non-alliance, sub-alliance, and Western Alliance saw this scene, they all jumped up from the sofa. He killed our contestants. No, Ross and Doobie were actually killed by him in an instant. Oh my god, this guy. A warrior in the Golden Realm. How is that possible? And he's a mentalist. Fuck, cancel the match quickly. A group of officials shouted frantically. These deceased were all geniuses cultivated by their respective alliances. Now, they had been completely wiped out by Lin Chen. Not only that, after they saw 3 small teams wiped out in one breath and finished collecting the beast cores, Lin we are in first place. However, there are still a few small teams from the opposing side that are quite arrogant. I think we need to teach them a lesson. Otherwise, these alliances will think that Huaxia is easy to bully. Lin Chen, what are you planning to do? Hong Feifei
Ooh, that
asked
looked
Lin
cool.
Chen. Lin Chen smiled lightly and said, "Let them apologize." After speaking, Lin Chen transformed into a shadow and darted away, starting to look for other martial artist teams. At that moment, the members of the Western Alliance's third team were hunting demon beasts when, suddenly, a figure charged towards them. Enemies. The five reacted extremely quickly, instinctively starting to retreat while the venomous spider they had been entangled with was freed and attempted to escape. At this moment, a golden spear emerged, piercing through the spider entirely, lifting it up and hanging it in midair. Lin Chen collected the beast core and then smiled faintly. "Thank you all for leaving the venomous spider to me." "It's you, Lin Chen. What do you want?" The captain of the Western Alliance's third team looked at Lin Chen and questioned, "Did you not see that we were hunting demon beasts? What do you mean by coming here to steal?" "Duh. Prey that should have belonged to them was snatched by Lin Chen," which angered everyone. A few of them were quite displeased, their expressions tense, but Lin Chen remained unconcerned and said, "What do you mean by asking me? Let me tell you what my purpose here is." He spoke harshly and suddenly charged towards the captain of the Western Alliance, moving at lightning speed. The captain's heart trembled. When had he ever seen such speed? He prepared to draw his weapon to deal with Lin Chen, but before his hand could reach his pocket, he was suddenly lifted off the ground. Lin Chen had grabbed his neck, lifting the captain up and cutting off his air supply, causing his face to turn pale. "Now, do you know what I'm here for?" Lin Chen asked with a light smile. The other few quickly surrounded him, but faced with Lin Chen, they didn't dare to make a move. Lin Chen was strong, very strong. They could tell that Lin Chen dared to come alone because he had confidence. The four stood aside, not daring to make any small movements. The captain struggled to say, "What do you want? Let me go." "Let you go? That's fine. You can apologize to Huaxia in front of the camera and forfeit." Lin Chen pointed at the flying camera bee in the sky and said, "Otherwise, your only outcome will be death." Death. The tone was incredibly cold, incredibly indifferent. It sent shivers down everyone's spine. At this moment, Lin Chen released the captain, who fell to the ground with a thud. He coughed and ultimately did not dare to defy Lin Chen's words, bowing to the camera. "We were wrong. We shouldn't have insulted Huaxia. We are cowards." Very obedient. Hand over the beast cores and then get lost." Lin Chen coldly commanded, and the five quickly handed over their belongings, automatically pressing the forfeit button. At this time, such scenes were being replayed in various places in the Demon Beast Forest. Those who resisted were all shot dead by Lin Chen, their heads hung on trees for display. From then on, no one dared to resist. All the participating contestants were thoroughly beaten by Lin Chen. "I'm so angry. I'm furious. This guy is brutal and lawless. Not only does he kill innocents indiscriminately, but he also insults the name of our Western Alliance. When he comes out, I will definitely teach him a good lesson." That's right, Lin Chen from Huaxia is the most shameless contestant I've ever seen. Huaxia must give us an explanation. Various calls for retribution arose, and Lin Chen's actions drew the dissatisfaction of the base commander. After a few more hours, the competition finally ended, and the Huaxia team led by Lin Chen, as expected, became the champions of this competition. I announce that the champion of this competition is the Huaxia team, and the MVP of this session is contestant Lin Chen. In the base, all the surviving contestants gathered together, and the Huaxia team naturally occupied the central position, while the other league contestants could only feel awe and shame. They hardly dared to look at Lin Chen and the others. They had been utterly defeated by Lin Chen inside. Some tough characters had been killed by Lin Chen alone. Lin Chen was simply a killing machine, instilling fear in everyone. When the results came out, Lin Chen and his team smiled lightly. "Yay, we won. Huaxia is finally not at the bottom anymore. Lin Chen, you are truly our hero. We won without effort. Without Lin Chen, we might not have survived to walk out of here. Lin Chen, you truly deserve the MVP." Zhang Feng, Zhang Lin, and Hong Feifei continuously cheered around Lin Chen. They were in the spotlight, bearing the heavy burden of revitalizing the younger generation of Huaxia, and the pressure was immense. When they arrived at the base, they realized that their level was at most only mid-tier, and the gap with the first-tier contestants from other leagues was still quite large. If it weren't for Lin Chan's unexpected emergence, giving them a surprise, they wouldn't have been able to hold on. Now, they were not in last place. They've been at the bottom for 10 consecutive years, but they also crushed their way to victory. They finally breathed a sigh of relief. This championship was worth its weight in gold. It was something that money could not buy. The most tempting part was that they could receive a championship prize of $3 billion. For young people in their teens and 20s, this was an enormous amount. In turn, they would definitely bring glory to their ancestors. Jin Feng and Jin Feng were in tears. Hong Feifei was also cheering on, hugging Lin Chen, while Lu Zilong felt incredibly awkward. He hadn't contributed much throughout the competition, not even helping to clean up the battlefield. He Huaxia team. If it weren't for riding on the coattails of the Huaxia team, he wouldn't have survived at all. Now, won the championship, he still felt invisible. This proud young master had come to participate in the competition and had been hard. Wait, the Huaxia team is not competing for the purpose of the match because indiscriminately killing the innocent. I'd suggest disqualifying them from this competition. At that moment, the leaders of various leagues walked in, and at this time, Jin Chunlong also stepped into the arena, speaking with righteous indignation. You were shameless. In past competitions, there have been deaths and injuries, and our Huaxia team has almost had someone crippled every year. Why don't you say that you were ruthless? This time, our Huaxia team won the competition with strength, and you stand up to protest. How shameless is that? Is this the Western League, the Non-League, the Asian League? Hee Commander. Lin Jin killed nearly 10 of us. It was intentional. Is this kind of behavior worth advocating? The Western League retorted, and at this moment, Lin Jin smiled slightly. The competition does not stipulate that killing is prohibited. On the contrary, it encourages us to compete and use all means to obtain beast cores. Is it wrong for me to make reasonable use of the competition rules? On the contrary, your so-called talented contestants, so many of them, can't defeat just me. Don't you feel ashamed? If I were that incompetent, I would have found a crack in the ground to hide in. How could I still have the face to stand here? Moreover, your so-called geniuses are nothing but a bunch of useless trash in front of me. What kind of league raises what kind of trash? Is this the Western League? Let me tell you, if you are not convinced, let them come out for a one-on-one duel. I can take on 100. The loser dies. Do you dare? Lin Chen here dares to be unconvinced. Come out and fight me. Lin Chen spoke arrogantly, addressing the crowd, completely ignoring the leaders of the various leagues. Instantly, a powerful aura radiated from Lin Chen. Faces of the contestants on site turned pale without exception. Below the stage, dozens of contestants, all new talents, from around the globe, stood proudly in their respective leagues, regarded as the future of their alliances and surrounded by countless followers. But today, in the face of Lin Chen, not a single one dared to refute him. This was because Lin Chen's earlier performance was too monstrous. He had unleashed a massacre at the slightest disagreement, something they could not bear. If one wanted to show off, then one had to pay the price with their life. Losers die. Who would still dare to speak? Lin Chen not only suppressed these young geniuses, but also humiliated various alliances, causing the officials to turn furious. One official pointed at Lin Chen and said, "Kid, how dare you call us a waste alliance? Do you even know what you're saying?" Whether it was the Western Alliance, the Non-Aligned Alliance, or the Asian Alliance, they were all formed from various countries during a time of superpowers with countless martial artists and advanced technology. Now, being humiliated by a kid from Huaxia, how could they endure it? Lin Chen remained calm and smiled, saying, "Of course I know what I'm saying. As for you, if brains aren't working well, I'll say it again. Listen carefully, whatever kind of alliance it is, it breeds whatever kind of waste. Did you hear that this time?" Boom. As soon as these words were spoken, everyone erupted in anger. Lin Chen, you're seeking death. You're just a reckless child. If we don't teach you a lesson today, you'll think you're invincible. Huaxia people are so arrogant. Disable him. Let him taste some pain. Huaxia is too much. In an instant, the crowd was agitated, vowing to rush at Lin Chen and make him pay the price he deserved. However, in the next moment, Lin Chen, the person in question, did not retreat. Instead, he stepped forward and smiled. You don't even know who you're talking to. What? Can't the young ones win? So you're sending the old ones to take action? Do you really think there's no one in Huaxia? This is Livestream. The global audience is watching. If you have the guts, come at me and see what you golden and platinum boys are capable of. As soon as these words were spoken, everyone restrained themselves, but their faces were as ugly as could be. They knew that the award ceremony was being broadcasted live worldwide, and things couldn't escalate. It would be too shameless for them to attack him, making it seem like a victory without honor, tarnishing the name of their respective alliances. Moreover, in such events, there had been conflicts in the past, but no one had ever resorted to violence. Otherwise, if both sides were dissatisfied, it could easily lead to a major conflict. Offending Huaxia would mean the alliance would have to personally handle the situation, and if it escalated, the consequences would be severe. How could my great Huaxia be insulted by you?
Close.
Today, I'll give you all a lesson. If there's anyone arrogant next time,
That was
make sure
so
you can't be
close.
insulted. Lin Chen exuded an overwhelming aura, earning immense admiration from Chen Zhenlong. This kid truly defended the
Wawa Hookie Fest is here. Joyous summer sandwiches for $6 and under. Gotta have a Wawa.
It truly defended the dignity of Huaxia. Lin Chen is so bold, so audacious, comforting, so refreshing. The young members from Huaxia revealed a sense of relief as they upheld the dignity of their homeland. Not satisfied? Then comment. Fight Lin Chen. Meanwhile, countless people across Huaxia watched the scene and cheered in unison. Who knows how many people were dancing with joy, feeling a sense of release. Lin Chen is invincible. 666 brothers flood the public screen with how awesome we are. Our Huaxia team is truly impressive. We're going to crush these useless fools. TSK. Other alliances mocked us before the match, and now they're being beaten to a pulp by Lin Chen. How satisfying. Why aren't they jumping around? Now, in this life, I have no regrets joining Huaxia. There are countless men in Huaxia, and anyone can stand tall. Huaxia, mighty. Not only ordinary citizens were moved to tears, but even in Lin Chen's home, his parents watched the award ceremony and cried out of pride. Ha, the kid has my style. In the face of national and ethnic righteousness, he did not yield, nor was he intimidated by these strong figures. Ha ha ha, he has saved his dignity. I didn't see Xiao Feng also having a side that fights for the country. Is this the responsibility of a martial artist? Xiao Feng did not disappoint me. He has grown up. Yay, brother is so amazing. But one day, I want to be like my brother. I want to become very strong. Lin Xiaoyu made a yes gesture towards the live broadcast screen. At the disappointment, Chen's home, his parents watched the award ceremony and cried out of pride. Ha, the kid has my style. In the face of national and ethnic righteousness, he did not yield, nor was he intimidated by these strong figures. Ha ha ha, he has saved his dignity. I didn't see Xiao Feng also having a side that fights for the country. Is this the responsibility of a martial artist? Xiao Feng did not disappoint me. He has grown up. Yay, brother is so amazing. But one day, I want to be like my brother. I want to become very strong. Lin Xiaoyu made a yes gesture towards the live broadcast screen. At this moment, in various martial arts schools, many martial artists were watching the live stream. Among them, at the Thunder Martial Arts School, an old man with white hair looked at the spirited young man on the screen and couldn't help but sigh. Indeed, Huaxia has fallen behind a bit in the past 9 years. But I believe that from now on, Lin Chen will become an important part. Deputy Director, this person was poached by the Super Martial Arts School back then. It was our loss, the old man's assistant lamented. As long as his heart is with Huaxia, that's enough. The original intention of the Thunder Martial Arts School is not to compete for first place with the Super Martial Arts School, but to shoulder the responsibility of a martial artist. The old man's eyes shone brightly. This is the mission of a martial artist. I dare bet that within 3 years, Lin Chen will become a world-renowned powerhouse because he is truly extraordinary. 3 years? The young assistant couldn't help but gasp. By then, he will only be around 20 years old. The news of Lin Chen's victory spread across the globe, and Huaxia was in a state of jubilation, immersed in a celebratory atmosphere. Meanwhile, other alliance bases were filled with disappointment and regret, with countless people angrily giving Lin Chen the finger on their screens. Huaxia not only avoided a 10-game losing streak, but also returned to the pinnacle of glory. Moreover, it thoroughly suppressed other alliances, slaying several mentalists. Lin Chen had already gained some fame worldwide. In Huaxia during the day, at noon, a warship landed at Yanjing Airport. At this moment, the airport was already crowded, a scene of bustling activity. Countless citizens spontaneously came to welcome the Huaxia team, including many powerful martial artists. So many people, it's a bit nerve-wracking. Before even disembarking from the warship, Zhang Lin saw countless heads and heard the chaotic
Where's
noise,
the spot
instantly
at?
feeling excited, fighting for the country and receiving such treatment is indeed quite nice. What's there to be nervous about? This time, we almost won effortlessly, just following Lin Chen to pick up the spoils. Even Lin Chen isn't nervous. Zhang Feng laughed heartily, while Lin Chen remained very calm, seemingly accustomed to it. Huaxia team is mighty, honorably winning the championship, the light of youth, truly deserving. Lin Chen, I love you, I want to have your children. As everyone disembarked, the cheers and enthusiasm of the crowd were even more intense than expected. Chen Zhanglong and others waved, while Lin Chen stood in front, accepting the worship of the crowd. At this moment, a powerful figure with a vigorous aura approached, accompanied by bodyguards. Director Chen, thank you for leading the Huaxia team to reclaim the championship in this event. On behalf of Yanjing and Huaxia, I thank you for your efforts. All the contestants have worked hard, Deng Fei said with a smile, his eyes full of excitement. When Lin Chen saw this person, he was slightly taken aback. The governor of Yanjing had actually come to welcome them personally. This meant he had some standing after. Oh, it should be noted that this governor of Yanjing was a realm master. A master who normally wouldn't be seen had specially come to greet them today. What an honor that was. However, Deng Fei was also quite low-key. He could have concealed his identity earlier, otherwise commoners would surely swarm to see a master. Today's protagonists were Lin Chen and the others. He didn't want to steal the spotlight. Serving the country is what we should do, Chen Zhanglong said with a smile. The greatest credit still goes to the contestants in this event. He said this as he pushed Lin Chen forward. Upon seeing Lin Chen, Deng Fei squinted his eyes slightly and then praised, not bad. Lin Chen is indeed exceptionally talented. The future is yours. When I was as young as you, I didn't have such abilities. You're Overpraising me, Governor. It's all thanks to the team's efforts. I'm just adding a little embellishment, Lin Chen replied humbly. Everywhere they went, they were met with waves of cheers. At that moment, an elderly man dressed in a tang suit approached Lin Chen and the others, accompanied by several people. When Shen Zhenglong saw the old
Okay,
man, he
so
became respectful. Old Lu, you're here
probably
too.
have to use this. No, you know what? Let's go.
Come here. With Oreo frozen treats.
Congratulations, Officer Chen. You all did well, Old Lu said with a smile. It turned out that Old Lu was a former key commander in the fight against the Beast Tide, later becoming a master and then suppressing creatures in the underground. 10 years ago, he was left with disabled legs and poor health, so he retired to a peaceful life in Yanjing, where he is highly respected and enjoys the treatment of a hero. This time, Lu Zilong, who participated in the competition with Lin Chen and the others, was Old Lu's grandson. Old Lu came to welcome his grandson. Standing straight, Old Lu walked up to his grandson and said with a hearty laugh, Zilong, you haven't let me down. You finally won the championship battle. You are now a little hero of Huashu. However, Lu Zilong's expression was gloomy and he remained silent. Seeing this, Old Lu asked, what's wrong? Are you hurt? Grandpa, Lu Zilong hesitated, a hint of guilt appearing on his face. In fact, he hadn't gotten along well with Lin Chen and the other teammates during this trip. Moreover, due to his arrogance and disdain for others, he had been taught a lesson, and in the end, it was Lin Chen who saved his dignity. In the competition, Lu Zilong was essentially an outsider. One could say that this time, the Huaxia team winning the championship had nothing to do with him. Now, with thousands welcoming him, Lu Zilong felt uncomfortable. He realized that he had been too proud in the past, looking down on everyone, and now the situation was the exact opposite. He could only bask in the glory of Lin Chen and the others to receive today's treatment. In other words, he was unworthy of his position. Furthermore, before the expedition, his family had high hopes for Lu Zilong, and under such circumstances, he felt utterly ashamed. Finally, gritting his teeth, Lu Zilong raised his head and said, Grandpa, I made up my mind. I want to join the army. You want to enlist? Old Lu and the others were taken aback. They knew that joining the army was a very dangerous thing. In this environment, one never knew when a war between humans and beasts would break out, and there was always a risk to life. And now, the pampered grandson, returning from the competition, declared he wanted to enlist. What was going on? Grandpa, I've made up my mind. I want to serve my country, Lu Zilong said with determination. I was blind to the world before, too arrogant, unaware that there are greater heights beyond. Now, I want to truly challenge myself. I want to become an outstanding martial artist. Ha ha ha. My grandson has finally grown up. Old Lu laughed heartily upon hearing this. Zilong, you haven't embarrassed your grandpa. If you enlist, I fully support you. Hearing this, Lin Chen and the others paused for a moment. Then Lin Chen walked over, patted Lu Zilong on the shoulder, and said with a smile, Congratulations on your redemption. If you become complacent from now on, I would actually look down on you. You're still a man, Lu Zilong. You've earned the right to be my friend. Fight like a man. Go for it, brother. Zhang Feng and Zhang Lin also came over to congratulate Lu Zilong. Lu Zilong indeed impressed them. Temporary failure does not equate to losing. On the contrary, if he lost his fighting spirit from now on, then he would truly be defeated. A martial artist rides the winds and breaks the waves. At this moment,
Also,
in the West
are
Alliance,
you on
within the
a
Rock family,
yeah.
the high
So I play on both this account and my main account. I play on Marlboro. I play on the Crystal Marlboro server. I forget where it is. You click on it. Where hub, current world. So as you can see, I play on Marlboro on both this account and my main account. I've created my both characters on the same server, on the same world. Okay, so now that I got 60 on this, now I can head into the main scenario. Let's go sell these stuff. I don't need these. These, I could probably still use these for later on different characters, so let's put these away. I'll probably get rid of them later, but for now, I'll keep them. But I'll probably throw them away if I can't use them later. Okay, let's head over to the main scenario. Let's try and get these 9 quests done. So I'm probably play for another hour and a half before I end the stream and go make some burgers, some burgers.
Ranking members of the Rot family were watching the footage of the global newcomer challenge. After it ended, Carl stood up from his chair and pointed at Lin Chen, saying, "Godfather, it was this kid who showed up on site. I guess there's a 90% chance the Gale Shield is already in his hands. Are you sure it's him?" The Rot Godfather squinted his eyes slightly, and Carl nodded affirmatively. "Yes, I won't be mistaken. He's a mentalist, and I was careless that day. Moreover, I just had someone analyzed his footprints in the Beast Forest, and they match exactly with the ones found in the cave in Huasho. The Gale Shield must be in his possession." Upon hearing this, everyone became furious, and finally, the Rot Godfather said, "Send someone to kill him, but only after getting the Gale Shield." "Kill him? Godfather, that's no need to worry. Just make sure it's done cleanly, and the Gale Shield must be brought back. Understood?" The Rot Godfather took out a cigar and lit it. "If it really doesn't work, go to the Hunter Association and find someone to do it." "I understand," Carl replied and stepped out. Eliminating Lin Chen was a high-risk move, but the Gale Shield was an invaluable treasure, making it even more tempting. In Gaoliang City, Lin Chen had returned. However, he was
Just as the hero I wanted to see, would you mind doing me a small favor? I need you to meet at the Diamond Edge. This won't take long, I promise. Ooh, hello. Looks nice. But I have a sibling too, and I'm sure she'd be happy to join us. Believe me, I know all too well the burden that is a cool something sibling. We should trade tales over a drink sometime, or perhaps even with the 4 of us. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do.
Nowadays, the streets and alleys of Gaoliang City were plastered with Lin Chen's portraits and news of his championship victory. It could be said that Lin Chen was now the absolute celebrity of Gaoliang City. As for the 3 billion prize money, the Huaxia team had already divided it. Each person received 600 million, perfectly splitting it. Originally, Lu Zilong had refused to accept his share, but Lin Chen and the others insisted on giving him a portion. After all, he was a team member. As long as he showed up, he would get his share. Additionally, the Super Martial Arts Hall had independently reported Lin Chen 50 million. By the end of this trip, Lin Chen had acquired over 650 million in total. Besides the money, there were also
3 little things
20
following me
pills,
around.
30
That's
body
cute.
refining pills, and several sets of C-class combat suits. In short, Lin Chen was now set for life.
Woo!
Lin Chen, the headquarters.
Sorry to drag you away from your duties, but as I said, this won't take long. I just need you to stand perfectly still for a few moments. Oh, she's gonna give me a new outfit! New glamour! I can't remember what glamour it is she's gonna give me. I hope it's a cool one. Miss Criminal. Oh, and you might want to close your eyes. Huh? What's a PN? I'm not sure what a PN is. Reminds me a PN on. Oh, private message. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh, did I turn off whisper? Did I turn off? I'm not. Huh. That's crazy because I don't remember doing that. The only thing I remember doing was put in a followers only like message thing. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm doing this. I'm not sure I know how to send a private message. I don't know if I'm doing this right. It should be on the top where the chat icon is, and then you just search my. Okay. It says whispers. Okay, whispers. There we go. Okay, so I'm not sure how I did that. No. Oh dang! It says I gotta verify the. I don't have a phone. That's the thing. Well, I do have a phone, but I don't have an active phone. Do I have to do that? Can I just skip that? Okay, I'm not sure if I. So I hit skipped on the phone thing because I don't have an active phone. So I don't know if it went through or not. Should need a phone. Okay. Yeah, because I just skipped it. So. Didn't get any message. Okay, let me see if I can turn off the stranger block thing. I'm not sure I know how to do this, so it might take a little while. It might take a little while. Because it's every time I try to send a message, it keeps saying, "Oh, I need to verify my number." Okay. Okay. So then I go to privacy. Where's privacy? Is it stream? Let's see, raids, permissions. So is it settings and then stream? Or is it on channel? Or moderation? Okay, click on my icon and then go down to account settings. And okay, I see profile, privacy. Okay, so I gotta look for, let's see, privacies, story mentions, impression, block whispers. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I just turned that off. Okay, so I turned off, where is it at? I just turned off the block whispers from strangers. So it should be working now, hopefully. Because it keeps asking for my phone number every time I try to send a message. Yeah, see, I'll finish a raid. Oh, you doing a raid? What raid? Which are you doing, the alliance raid or are you doing a normal raid? Oh, the newest one. Okay. Yeah, because I don't think so. I am up to, on my other account. I am up to up to 7.0. So I don't think I actually started those raids yet. Those the new raids. That's nice. I'll probably check out a video and see what the new raid is. Wait, is the new raid the cultists? Occults, or whatever it's called? So I'll finish the Warrior of Light. Every measurements from heroic head to in trip something toe. If you wanted to see me naked, you could have just asked, Hatari. You don't have to go through all of this. Dun, dun, dun. Found you. Affluence everyone in the solar for a meeting. I don't know what it's about, but he seems to think it was very important. Go on, we have everything we need. No sense in keeping everyone wait. So you bought the current expansion. So I on my main account I have Dawn Trail.
Did we miss anything?
I have Dawn Trail. I have played through the entire Dawn story of 7.0. I don't think I've played 7.1 and 7. Well, I definitely have not played 7.2, but I don't think I've played 7.1 because about 8 months ago was when I took a break from the because there was not really anything to play aside from daily content. So 7.1 and 7.2 I have not done yet. I haven't touched those yet, but I have Dawn Trails and I have played through the 7.0 story. I'm up to the point in the story where after the princess lady, I forget her name, Sphene, I think it's Sphene. After she returns and she's like erasing certain people's memories of how she died, and now people don't remember that she died. That's up to where I'm at in the main story in the expansion. We're here. Did we miss anything?
We would not presume to begin
Ooh, okay.
you.
Voice acting.
Orianger has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
Let me put up the volume a little bit so everybody can hear the voice acting.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphino, so you may dispense with the preamble.
Preamble.
Thank you, Elise. It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the warriors of darkness no longer pose a threat, Eorzea's many troubles demand no less of our attention.
Yeah, I've gotten so used to looking at the dialogues at the bottom that every time there's voice acting, I still look at the dialogues at the bottom.
And while I stand by the decision to
pay attention
approach
to what's
each
going on
task
up
as we
here.
see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia. Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
Is that all? Well, then the decision seems clear. No one else has shown any enthusiasm for the role, and judging by your performance at our previous meeting, you would seem the perfect candidate. You always did have a flair for politics.
Agreed.
I did not mean to... That was not my intention. As my tenure as commander of the Crystal Braves comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office. I would much prefer to remain as I am now, a soldier in the field, so to speak.
Send me a message. Whisper. Whisper. Whisper.
Should none of our number step forward, must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
Well, based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my
Whispers.
choice. Though I concede he might struggle to balance his new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals, thwarting legatuses, and feeding the orphan poor.
Ugh. Yeah, I can see the message. I just can't. I can't send message. You know what? I don't know if this is gonna work, but let me try using my mom's phone to verify this. So give me a couple minutes.